Pixabit did a stage thing today, and yes, this is the first time I ever did actual clickbait, because this is truly the most unimportant yet important thing to ever happen to Tower Heroes ever. It's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, which is really cool. However, at the same time, nothing was revealed. It was really boring. Skinny Mood sucks. That shit was rigged. So like I did with the Doors stage they did in Pixabit, I took notes and I'm gonna read them all to you guys. Wow. Alistar dialogue was added an hour before release. Boss fight wasn't the original plan. Burger Bob is the name for a skin. This will be talked about in a bit. Likely New Day Part 2 soon. No reason on how lure would be obtained yet. They're still figuring that out. Takes place after you free streamer. You to know what's up with Alistar if you could play Super Bloxy Hills. They're starting work on a new game. This is the same game they've talked about, except you already know that it's gonna be another Super Bloxy Hills. I hate to say it, this is gonna be another Super Bloxy Hills. Like, yeah, I get wanting to do new stuff and stuff, but you really can't when this is like the only way you make money, because the way you get money off Tower Heroes is by keeping it consistent, by actually updating it more consistently, but you can't do that when you're working on other projects. Crafting may happen for Christmas this year, but they're more likely gonna do an advent calendar again. Nothing is planned for the new game. Well, actually, hardly anything, but they don't want to. As they've said, they've got nothing that ain't slop. The best way to get a skin submission in the game is to model it yourself. Hire devs turns into how they made Ether Map is how they made. Fuck, I wrote so horribly. Hire devs was turned into how they made thing, where it's like, oh, we actually had 7 people on that. I was like, okay. Other maps will get dialogue. Recoding the game would take so long, yet coding an entirely new game is entirely different. Hallway Chapter 2 may happen in 2026 or sometime soon, but it's very unlikely, because no one really cares. Likely a Valentine's Day skin game pass, that's cool. Third lobby secret hint, it's a tradition in all of their games, except Tower Heroes. Hilo wants to make a Trio plush. Spookener's mythology map is almost done. And also untouched in a year. Joke about a certain person who stalks me is pushing 30. Nearing 500 million visits might be a skin or reward soon. They were talking about like a jacket skin, I don't know. Hilo isn't allowed to post the UGC concepts because Roblox owns them. Comic for longer intro cutscene to the Doors map. Scrapped outro cutscene. Original ending was Trick or Treat Town. The original ending was Trick or Treat Town. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Unused streamer. I don't know what that said. Unused streamer. Gonna play as a cat plush from Hilo's UGC. Turkey was supposed to become evil. Lights Out was supposed to have a joke where you'd free him and he'd break immediately. Also, there was all of this shit that I didn't talk about. This includes the cutscene, concepts, and 2 renders for the Halloween spotlight. Scrapped double jump and crouch. This is actually the original lore, so this is the original story of the thing, so I'm not going to do a hoopify joke. You're supposed to meet, free, and fight contract, supposed to have a fake streamer that was experiment. Pixies were supposed to save streamer, and the boss would have you trapped in a spider web after breaking through the floor. Something about the silent realm. Chuck jump scare sound was deleted. Husketeer may return. New Day Part 2 this year. Burger Bob is a legendary skin. Roblox Cat UGC was supposed to have a skin. Trivia UGC slop. Skinny Mood won the Burger Bob skin early. Dumb Hilo thing or little buddy or bucko, I don't know. Burger Bob skin is actually just called Burger. As I told you, this whole thing was literally a nothing burger. Nothing about the next update. Sure, Burger Bob, you know, it could be fucking shown off fully, except, oh wait, it already fucking has, and Skinny Mood's gatekeeping. Anyway, it was really a nothing burger of a stream. Nothing happened, nothing of note, maybe some stuff of note, like, enough for me to make a video, but no, this was boring. This was extremely boring. This was like, what, 2 hours? I was sitting there on fucking Instagram the whole time. I probably missed some shit because of how fucking bored I was. Because I struggled to pay attention because of how fucking boring it was. Nothing was happening the whole time. And it's like, it was nothing, it's nothing, it's nothing. You have nothing to talk about. Because it's like, oh, wait, are you going to say anything about New Day Part 2? Hell, if you're not going to say anything about New Day Part 2, I will. Alright? Clock's ticking, buddy. But anyway, fuck, this stream was awful. I hated it. This is like the worst one they've done so far. The one with fucking Walmart was better. This time, they gave away a couple UGC codes and shit, but who cares? That doesn't make up for how much of a waste of everyone's fucking time it was. They were asking shit about Bear and some old Mario game or something that nobody fucking played. I don't know. Oh, hey, here's a question that only fucking Skinny Mood would know. And it was rigged. It was bullshit. It was genuinely bullshit. It was the most unfair competitions ever. And everything else was boring. It was so boring. And it was like, yeah, sure, Halo posted some stuff, but it's still so boring. Nothing happened. Nothing ever happens. I'm sorry to tell you, nothing ever happens. And that's the sad life of Tower Who's content. Nothing ever happens. Sorry to tell you, kids.